All right, I am here, and this has been one that I've been hoping for. I've been waiting on. It seems like we kind of know each other for quite some time, but it's kind of a new relationship. But you guys all know him, and he pretty much needs no introduction. But I'm just going to go ahead and say his name for so that you guys know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the man himself, Mugzy BullJunk. What up, dude?
How we doing, man?
Doing good, man. Welcome to the podcast.
Appreciate it. This setup is clean. It's very impressive. I like to analyze rooms. Like I got a creative business money lens, and this room is full of money.
Hey.
I smell money, man.
I like that you picked that up, because when we were putting this together, the idea is the podcast is called Fighting for Success. You want something that feels like success. You don't want it to be, you come in and in a lot of podcasts kind of just, a lot of them are just Zoom calls, which is nothing against it, but I wanted to give the athlete, the business owner, I want to give them an experience. And my vibe is like cigar lounge, sitting back, having a glass of brandy and a cigar. That's the vibe, right? And so I'm glad you picked that up, man.
Hell yeah, man. We got even like the glass with water in it. I thought it was gonna be alcohol in the glass.
Well, I would have hooked you up. However, there is a competition, and I didn't know. Maybe you didn't want anything like that before your competition, but so tonight it's water.
Well, I don't drink.
Oh, you don't drink at all?
I don't drink at all.
Hey,
My whole lifetime was probably that cup.
really?
I don't drink at all. I hate alcohol, but I just figured it would be alcohol in that cup.
That was kind of the vibe. It's like if we're not going to drink alcohol, at least it can look classy like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The aesthetic.
So I'm glad we're here, man. And before we get into all the other stuff, we're in Cleveland, Ohio. Neither one of us live here.
No.
Why are we here?
We're here for Beat the Streets main event with Caden Henschel.
Woo! How you feel?
I'm just feeling the pressure at the moment.
Are you? I get it. You haven't competed for how long?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, and it was BS. It was a beach wrestling.
I'm
not bashing any form of wrestling, but I'm not going to pedestalize beach wrestling.
It's different.
Come on, let's be real.
It's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you feel a little bit of the pressure.
Yeah.
Caden he's a good wrestler.
Yeah, and we met last weekend. It kind of removed some of the tension from the match since we met, for sure. And I'm starting to see how, for me, it's a huge deal. I'm taking this very seriously. Yes, I want to hurt him, and yes, I want to be bleeding by the time I'm done, and I want to win more than anybody. I don't think he's taking it seriously. I understand. It's just Beat the Streets for him. He got a whole college career, national championship, and then of course YouTube and general wrestling to continue coaching, etc. So he got more to worry about. I have nothing to lose here. But if he loses, that's something for him to lose.
Sure.
To some degree, because I shouldn't be beating no college wrestler in any degree. I shouldn't be, quote unquote. So I got the mind frame. I got nothing to lose, and if I get hurt, I get hurt. If I hurt him, I hurt him. And I'm taking this very seriously. I didn't get my shot, man.
Yeah.
I never got my shot, and I squandered that years ago. And I regret that very much. And now I had this vision. Back in high school, I had this vision going to the semifinals and districts. I'm gonna get that big match where I just win and scream and shake my arm.
Yeah.
And it never happened. And then for years, I'm like, I'm just warehouse workers. I squandered that, whatever. Now we got the call from Beat the Streets, and they was like, hey man, we got this match for you. I'm like, bro, I think that moment is about to come back. I think it's really here. So and I see it every day. All I think about is Caden. I know it sounds weird, but all I think about is him. All I think about is wrestling him.
Sure.
And all I think about is training getting better. Even I'll be in the shower, kind of practicing. If he grab my wrist, drag. If he get a collar snap, I just fake shoot. All I can think about is I envision the pain I'm gonna feel on my face from blocking, from double legging him, because I'm gonna drill his face. With my face and the double. So I envision that pain on my forehead. Everything I do just relates to that.
Sure.
And so I can't get my mind off it. I know it's not that big a deal to everybody who hating on me in college and all that, trying to flex it. I don't think it's a flex to be in college and be in debt and be broke.
Right.
I think it's a flex to not go to college and do what I'm doing. That's what I think a real flex.
Yeah, for sure. But
all these cats, they see me bro, you just gotta beat the streets, that's it. But for me, it's everything.
Yeah. Well, I love the fact that the Beat the Streets saw the value in this. And I also love the fact that you're taking it serious, because, some of the celebrity matches, it's kind of like, I kind of recall. Well, I don't kind of recall. I completely recall the Ben Askren versus Jordan Burroughs. And so Ben, he talked a lot of smack, did all of his thing or whatnot, and Jordan, and they were kind of hyping it up. Jordan took the match as a match, and if you remember correctly, he double legged him off the stage.
Yep.
In that event, and in Ben got up, kind of like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "This is a match."
Yeah.
And afterwards, I talked to Jordan and about that match, and he said, I wanted them to know that there's a difference, there's levels, and I get that, because yes, it's a celebrity match, what you're doing, but you also got something to prove here in the sense that you didn't go to college, that you're still a competitor. Yeah. That you're still out here doing it. You're still having a good time, and that you're still a wrestler at heart. I think that's a big deal.
Yeah, I never want to lead a sport. I never wanted to. I've always wanted to shot. All I needed is one shot. That's all I wanted was one. And since I got this one, I'm gonna show the world. I'm gonna shake the world and show anybody from where I'm from. I'm not from the best part of the world. So any kids, no matter what the race, just get the work ethic up. You can do what you want to do. Put your mind to it. You can do it. I'm proving that. Even if, I know I'm not gonna lose, but even God forbid if that happened, I'm still proving that. Point to them like, yo, I come from zero.
Right.
I really do, man. So
yeah,
I got abused a lot as a kid. Segregated schools. People don't know about that. This is my first time speaking about it. Actually, publicly, I went to all black school. All black. So it wasn't legally all black.
Sure.
But it's in the South, Mississippi. Black folks segregated to that way. So wasn't no white folks over there at all. So
gotcha.
like there's East Kemper Elementary and West Kemper was an all white school in the past. So it was literally just same way.
Gotcha.
So that's how we grew up. Rough in the country. City was like 30 miles away. Gangs, Vice Lord, BD, GDs. I was selling dope here and there. Just doing dumb stuff. I was in handcuffs twice. Should be locked up or in jail. Yeah. So yeah, anybody coming from them circumstances, there's not no excuse to not. And granted, look, like I know it's hard, and you didn't ask to be dealt them cards. I understand that, but right. There's always a way out. You gotta see it. Yeah. Like I saw it. Like I literally saw it. I was like, it's something I gotta do to make this work, and we found a way.
I like that, and I guess that kind of segues me into this next part is, I mean, obviously we're getting to know, and obviously the Mugzy BullJunk is the alter ego, the nickname. Yeah. What's your given name?
Keelon Christopher Jimison.
Okay, so I got one question before, and I think you kind of answered this before, but just before we go any further, what's your predictions tomorrow?
I'm gonna win.
All right.
I know I'm gonna win.
I love it.
All it is, I can't. I see nothing but that. I don't see how he could possibly beat me. He's never gonna break me mentally. Yeah. I don't think he got that mind frame. I really don't. Like I'm very familiar with that.
And that's kind of what I want to get into, because before there's Mugzy. Yeah. There's Keelon. Yep. Tell me that story. Tell me where you grew up. You said in the South, in pretty hard area. Yeah. What were you like as a kid? Are you running around like your head's chopped off? Are you a wild kid? Are you backwards? What are you?
That's a great question, man. That's a really good question. Who is Keelon? Yeah. Great question, man. Wow. Well, I grew up in Mississippi, Lauderdale. Literally just my family, like in like a little community that my great granddaddy finessed back in like the 1940s from some white dude who wanted to help him, because back then they couldn't. Black folks in the South couldn't get what they wanted. Okay. So he finessed a bunch of land, and he had maybe like 7 trailers on the land. Each of my uncles and aunties, like a few of them. I got like 14 of them. Okay. Some of us stayed there, and our cousins, we all stayed there and like play with each other. But we got in fights all the time. I got suspended all the time. I was definitely a bad kid. I love fighting. Even now, I don't mind going to the bathroom and scrap if I got to. I love it. You can ask my camera guy back here, Dave. He'll vouch. I love violence. I welcome it. So that's how we grew up, man. Rough. My first job, I was 10. I was cutting grass for a post office. Like $20 every 2 weeks. That's a lot in the South. Oh, sure. That's like Chinese, buffet with 4 tank of gas and 2 movie tickets.
You ready to go?
Everything was cheap as hell. Yeah. So that's how we grew up, though. Just working, a lot of growing food, a lot of hunting. it's a Southern lifestyle, but it was really rough. And then a lot of whoopings. That was like.
So they didn't spare the rod down there.
No.
You got some.
No, they used the actual rod. Yeah, so
it was legit.
Yeah, and it was bad. Like it was a lot of times.
So not just correction. It was like it got bad.
No, it got bad.
Okay.
It got bad. Yeah, it was legit. Like it was legit child abuse. I know. Like it was two times I got beat and I couldn't go to school because the lashes on my legs. I knew because that person, I ain't gonna say the person. That person knew if I went to school, she'd go to jail. 100%.
In that, was it a cultural thing? Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was. Cause like, you understand Mississippi, so slaves got beat and they obeyed. And so they just took that same form of discipline and put it towards the kids.
Yeah.
And like I got beat and got called the N-word while I was getting whooped by that person.
Yeah.
It was rough. And that's the reality how I grew up. No dad. I seen my dad maybe 4 times in my life, maybe 4 or 5 times. Last time I saw him was 9 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, the closest I've been to him was last weekend in Charlotte. We had a layover in Charlotte going to do a face-off with Caden, and he lives in North Carolina. That's the closest I've ever been to him 9 years. But I ain't seen him, though.
Huh. Now, I mean, obviously, all the devastation happened down there in North Carolina. Have you been in contact with him at all?
No.
So you don't know if he was affected by that?
I don't know. I don't even know if he's alive after it. Seriously.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess that makes me question and brings up the question of, were you born tough or were you made tough?
I was made tough. Yeah, I was not born tough.
Okay.
Because there wasn't no men in the house. I grew up like my grandma, mom, and 2 of my 6 sisters.
Wow.
Yeah.
So granddad was gone?
Gone. He wasn't around at all. 0.
Interesting. But women of the South are different.
They are. They're a little more masculine. But I mean, we don't want to learn how to be a man from a masculine woman.
Right.
You want to learn from a man. No.
So did you find sports early? Was that an attempt to matter?
So I found sports at 10. I was karate. I started karate at 10 years old.
Okay. That's the first sport.
Sport. I couldn't play. Only sports in schools was football and basketball in Mississippi. That's literally it.
Okay.
No soccer, none of that. And no wrestling. Didn't exist. I know what it was at all. So karate, I sucked at basketball. My dad was a basketball star in Florida. I sucked at it. Football, couldn't do it. Couldn't afford it for real. So karate was closer to town. And my mom was like, oh, we can do that. I was like no football, but that, all right, whatever. I got 5 championships in that. I took 5. So
wow.
Good, very good karate kid. People don't know that either.
Yeah.
I got a load of trophies. I mean, I'm pretty good at kicking.
Yeah.
Bow stab champion. That was my weapon of choice. That was my sport. 10 years old, I started doing karate. No football, just fight. It was fighting though.
Yeah, it's fighting. So 10 years old, you get into karate. You're pretty good out of the gate. Does that open up other sports to you? Are you? Because I do know the nickname came from a football quarterback. Were you playing?
That's correct.
Were you playing football?
So Mugzy came from Kansas City.
Okay.
Like way after I moved.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it came way after. So that came from football practice. I got into football when I moved from the South.
Oh, okay.
So every other sport I did, I moved from the South. Yeah.
So when did you move out the South?
2013.
So how old were you then?
15, 16.
Okay.
May 24th, exactly.
So freshman, sophomore high school.
Sophomore
high school. So you move up north, Kansas City, and you start doing football.
I started football. And my stepdad at the time, my mom was with him. He was a wrestling coach in the past, and my step brother was a wrestler at the high school. And I was like, well, what is it? And I was like, let me go see what it is. I went in there, went to practice. I sat down, and my stepdad was like, hey, Dawes, come here. His coach name was like, hey, Dawes, this is my stepson Keelon. He gonna sit here and watch practice for a day and see if he like it. And he's like, all right, as long as you be quiet, don't interrupt my practice, you good. I'm like, all right. Sat there and watched 10 minutes, and I was like, man, this is definitely what I want to do. And he was like, kind of like looking, like he was like doing moves and like kind of looking to see if I was looking. And I kept making eye contact. He's like, he really looking. I was like, yeah, I'm looking. I just loved it. And that's when I got introduced to wrestling that day, and I never wanted to quit ever since.
So sophomore year, you had 0 wrestling experience until this moment.
0.
How does that look when you start competing? Are you pretty good, pretty fast? No.
My this is gonna be pretty graphic, But my coach, my first year, after like 2 or 3 duels, team meeting, he was like, Mugzy, you look like a fucking epileptic retard in front of everybody, the whole team. Everybody was like just mind blown. Like, why would you say that?
Right.
Why would you say that to him? That dropped me down a lot.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was pretty rugged to say to a 16-year-old.
What was it? Just because you didn't know anything, you were just trying to be physical?
No,
yeah.
I didn't know nothing.
Yeah.
I literally never seen it.
Yeah.
Never seen it. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what a collar tie shot. All I knew was karate.
Mm-hmm.
So all that was in my brain. And then not to mention, I'm from the South. So this big bubble popped of like the South is nothing but trees and animals,
right?
And racism. Literally, I hate race. I'm not a big advocate for that, but it's real down there.
Sure.
And then I moved up to KC. I'm seeing tall buildings. I'm seeing traffic. I never seen traffic. There's no traffic in the South. So I'm like, damn, what is this life we live in? The schools have more sports. This big bubble just popped.
Yeah.
Of reality. I was like, there's really more to this life than just trees and being segregated. That's all I knew. I don't think people understand. Like, if you would have met me when I moved here, you wouldn't believe my mind frame. It was screwed.
What do you mean by that? Were you calloused? Were you damaged? Were you angry? Like,
no. Well, you got if you ever been to the South, like Mississippi, deep. Yeah,
I was born in Georgia.
Okay, yeah, these like them really Southern black folk. Because you gotta understand, my aunties and uncles, they all went to legal black schools, like all black, all of them did. So they had a way different mind frame. Like, you got to go to the Army, you got to if you can't go to college, go to college. But military is a big part of my family.
Okay.
Like, they mind frame is not like be adventurous and travel and try this and try that. They stuck on Army or a job and work for the man and shut your mouth. And they don't encourage nothing special out of life. So that I wasn't really. You can say I was damaged to like how like compared to like my life is immaculate now. They like shelter me from this kind of experience. It's like don't worry about being famous, riches. You be good at a sport and you take it to the pros like most of us can, or go to military.
Gotcha.
So I wasn't really damaged. It was just very horrible information.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Yeah.
Now, with that, you said that, racism obviously big down there, but both sides, you're experiencing it. When you come up north, do you have a bit of an attitude you're carrying with you? Like, how do you introduce yourself into high school?
Trying to fit in way too hard. Because I see, now I'm around like D1 guys, people they getting like commits to like Mizzou and stuff. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. And I wanted to be like them. Now I'm getting influenced by these higher up athletes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fit in too hard. So I'm looking stupid, embarrassing myself a lot. It's just that freshman trying to be with the singers. It's just like, goofy, like, get out of here. You got to work a little harder to be with us. Type shit. So I was just trying to fit in way too hard.
Did that bring any troubles with it? Did you get in trouble when you got north, or did you leave trouble?
I got in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah.
I brought some with me. Like, I sold more drugs here, not here, but in KC.
Right, of course.
I was in handcuffs twice in KC, holding cell for a little bit. I was on probation for 10 months. I didn't stay out of trouble. I was still in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Being a fool.
Well, part of it is just you knew what you knew. And, when pressure happens, we always revert to our lowest form of existence and what we know the most, you know, and you brought part of that. And probably when trouble happened, you didn't feel like you fit in. You kind of going through this. You go, well, I know this. And, people underestimate how powerful it is.
Yeah.
People are like, well, how can you go back to that woman after this or that man after this? Or you can go back to drugs. Or you can go back to that. It's like, it's familiar. It's comfortable, right? It's what they know. Whether it's bad or not, it doesn't matter. And I see kids kind of getting caught in that cycle. It's like, why can't they just be better? They don't know. They don't know better. Yeah. Kind of 100%. Chaos is their normal.
I didn't know better. I was young and dumb. I really was. And all I knew was selling drugs is $500 a day. Yeah. Working a job was $500 a week. Where you
gonna find that?
What would you do if you was broke? Eviction, repos. Yeah. That's what I was going through. Yeah. A lot of folks don't. That's rough for a man. That's tough. And somebody saying got you a script of pills for $100 and flipping for $300-400. And I know somebody who want it in 20 minutes. Yeah. I'm like, I gotta get this bill paid. I ain't trying to be on the street, so I'm gonna sell it. And
Right.
and after that one, like, man, that was quick. I'm gonna do it again. It's quick.
Yeah.
Move too fast, you get caught up.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works.
No, I understand that completely. And I think that that's the whole idea in this concept is one of my sayings is how you do anything is how you do everything. And
Wow. Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying there, you know, in when we do, you know, we have that mentality of whether it's good or bad, when you revert to that mindset that you're in, what it is you're escaping a moment for a pleasure and a comfort only to pay for it later. But that's probably, if you go in a big picture, that's who you are as a person at that time.
100%.
Shortcut, gratification, and then miserable. Shortcut, gratification, then miserable. And then until we break those cycles in our life, and we see that, hey, if I clean up this one area, it affects this area and this area, which you've done, which now snowballed into this man. You don't make change until you do those things.
Correct.
Yeah. So So now, high school wrestling, not good at first. Do you get good in high school? Like,
I got better. Like I practiced in the summer a lot.
Okay, so those are summer practices.
Always. That's how I got better. I was obsessed with it.
Yeah.
So I got better quick. People were like, man, you get better really quick. I just kept going, kept showing up. Next season or junior, garbage. Senior year, it get that summer. After junior year, that summer, I was like, people was like, okay, he can really compete. I was captain, and it was a decent season. I was much better, and I got put off the team for like a month because I lied to my coach about a tournament. It's the Winter Tonka tournament in KC, one of the hard tournaments in the state. I lied about why I couldn't show up. He was like, look, you lied. I know you lied, so you got to be on JV rest of the year, or you can quit. And he was in his office, and he walked out. I sat there, and I was like, yeah, I'm not quitting. So I just said, oh, yeah, I'm not quitting, fuck it. So I went back downstairs. As I'm walking downstairs to the room, he's walking up. He was like, are you going back to practice? I was like, yeah, I'm going back. He was like, okay. He's like smiling, like, damn, that was bold. I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah.
Because most kids would have quit.
Sure. For sure.
Like 99.9% would have quit.
Yeah.
Even the best kid on the team, like 100% would have quit. So I just couldn't. I was like, I'd rather be on JV. And I got my spot back come districts. And I went to semifinals in districts, wrestled Izzy Esteban from Oak Park High School, and he pinned me second period. And I sat there under the light, and I just like, damn, I just screwed up. That was it. I ain't going to college. I had no college offers. I applied for one college and they denied me. It was a NAIA. I think Mo Valley. Yeah, Missouri Valley.
Okay.
Like a purple and orange Viking school or something like that. They said no, and I was like, that's it. And I was bawling out all night, just crying.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I just squandered that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that moment, like I said, I thought it was gone. But tomorrow it might come back true.
So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I'm getting the timeline here. Wrestling starts sophomore year, not great. Your junior year, get better your senior year.
Yeah.
It's over. So do you just continue to like train?
Yeah, I was, so after high school, I got a job at Wingstop for like 11 months. And I loved it. I was like, because I mean, I didn't think about college. I was still practicing a little bit. I'm like, man, I like this. Like $400 a week, if that. I didn't know every 2 weeks. I lied, even worse. And I got fired from that. And then warehouse work for 4 years. At one place, got fired from there. Training every year. At any school, they would come back the whole time.
So you were training with other schools and
yeah, much as I could. And then got fired from that 4-year warehouse job. Got to another warehouse job. And that's when I got into the gym. And I wasn't lifting weights, so I got in that job. That was the job where I was lifting the pallets.
Yeah.
That job. So I was there for about 8-10 months, something like that. Got fired from there. Still wrestling. And still in the gym. Got a sales job, fired from there. Still wrestling, still in the gym. And I'm doing some crypto, some NFTs, losing money, still wrestling. And I met Gus and Leo, my partners, and they gave me a mic and a tripod after this really bad breakup. Horrible. It was horrible. And then that breakup was a lot of momentum though. And from there we got the video started and here we are.
Yeah.
Yep. I know I skipped a lot in time.
No. You had MMA career a little bit too. As
just for a little bit.
Yeah, and that was just out of like what scratching the itch of combat.
Yeah, I was let me see. I was working the 4-year warehouse job and the rehab job and the cage. I had 3 jobs at the time. So cage building, the rehab, warehouse. In MMA, I was building the cages. I was training a little bit with my boy up the street from my apartment. And the coach, he wanted to fight. I said, yeah, I'll take a fight, and I did the fight. I just did. I was like, I mean, I don't care. I don't mind. So I did it. I took it seriously. I trained hard. I was wrestling a lot, and I won the fight. But after that, I was like, man, I don't know. I won, but I wasn't happy with it, and I was still depressed. I was still going through it. I went through my second repo at the time too. I lost my second car. I was just making evicted from my first place. I ended up moving before I got evicted. But yeah, but I was still going through some BS at the time.
So now we kind of skip and we're going to get into this other part. And I want to, before we kind of jump into business and where we are now, I want to talk to you about wrestling as a whole, because this is the market in which, for one, it sounds to me like since your sophomore year, it's the most consistent thing that you've had in your life.
Very true.
And why do you think that is? Why did you stick to wrestling?
Because I could fight and not get in trouble. Because I like hurting people, and wrestling's a pretty good form of control. It's really good form of control.
Sure.
After I got good, I realized that. So that's why I kind of stuck with it, and I didn't want to quit. Because I also used to having some authoritarian above me in a job, and I hated it.
Yeah.
And I knew if I was in the wrestling, man, I was the boss. It just switched the role a little bit for an hour or two. Yeah. A couple times a week. I mean, it's very temporary, but it felt good for them little. And I forgot about all my problems. Yeah. Every problem I had was gone in practice. I just let it all out. And if I got hurt, I got hurt. I was cool with it. I didn't hurt myself a lot. Mess my eyes up, bust them up a little bit. A couple split eyebrows here and there. Bit my tongue in half once. I was pretty crappy. But it's all worth it. Yeah, I just wanted to be the boss for a little bit.
That makes sense. And I wrestling's an interesting thing. And I think maybe mixed martial arts in general have shared this, but and I've heard it said like this, not necessarily about wrestling, but I will say it about wrestling, that it's kind of like a very true form of meditation, because meditation is being singularly focused in blocking out the rest of the world. Whenever you're on the wrestling mat, nothing else can enter your mind. And if it does, you're in trouble. Right? Like, so when you're struggling and you're hurting and you can't breathe and you feel like you got fire in your lungs and you're on the verge of getting sick and you're bleeding and you're sweating, you don't even think about the job. You don't think about the relationship that went south. You're not thinking about those things because you can't. And I almost feel like the physicality of it and just the connection you have to have with your body and another person, I think it truly is a very pure form of like meditation, and that's why I think it's so beneficial for us. I think it's therapy. I really do.
I mean, men, a natural state of a man is aggression, and men naturally want control. Sure. So, I mean, wrestling is like right there, 2 birds, 1 stone, right there. Yeah. Alone, that's part of our nature. For sure. We like that.
Yeah, yeah.
If you gotta get good at it though.
Yeah, getting whipped all the time is not that fun.
No, it's not.
No. I think it's an interesting thing when we look at your life. I feel like, just kind of, I'm learning who you are, but kind of on the outside perspective, it seems to me like that wrestling gave you purpose, but it also gave you structure. But the structure in which you could control, I mean, obviously, kind of pulling this out from what you said, but it seems like maybe growing up, a lot of things were imposed on you. Yeah. And you were pushed into directions and thoughts and made to do and disciplined and hurt. And then when you got the opportunity to take control of your life in this area, that felt good.
Yeah. I mean, everything, like, not just it, like even like being around white folks was a problem for with my uncles. They couldn't, like, they told me stories about they had to be like escorted through schools when they play basketball against other teams. Man, bound their heads at stop signs and stuff like that. They told me all about that. So they put a really bad frame of information in my brain with what they knew, Cause all they knew was South. They ain't never left the South.
Yeah.
That's all they know. So yeah, you're right. Like going kind of like removing myself from that and seeing what the world had to offer. Yeah, and I found wrestling, man. Man, I'm telling you, I just shouldn't be here. I really shouldn't. I got lucky. Like most people, like poor people got 2-3 mistakes to make and they screwed forever. You got money and you dealt good cards. You can fuck up a few times and be good, like a lot almost. But in my case, I got lucky because most folks in my hood they gone. They're dead and gone.
You think moving was a big part of you,
bro? That was the biggest. I wouldn't be nothing. None of this would happen. Wrestling is like my market. You're right. If I had to move, I wouldn't even found it. Because I mean, it's in the South now, but way later,
past,
way gone. Yeah, I'm just blessed to have moved. Super. Like the South is nowhere to be raising kids. Like, at least where I was at.
Sure.
That part, like the South part of South is good. We know that.
Yep.
Granted. But where I was at, no. It's no exceptions. Unacceptable to be living there as a youth. You won't know your true potential. It's like completely locked. Like I got completely locked with my potential. Yeah. And took all this pain and failure and losing so much to kind of find it and like have to work to unleash it. It took so much I like to lose so much to where I had the mind frame like I got nothing to lose. Yeah. And then I found my potential. I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm going to see what I can do. Here we are, just losing a lot of pain.
Do you think, and I'm curious, are you someone that uses, is that like the fuel? Is the past your fuel? Are you overcoming? Is that or how is that with you?
I don't think about that a lot. Like I don't even speak about them whoopings. The breakup, I talk about it jokingly with my man right here and all that, but I never bring up like the horrible of it. I mean, I'm smiling about it right now. Literally in this very second.
It's a good place in you now.
It's a good place in me now because I know that's required to be just great.
Sure. No, 100%.
It's required to be great. Heartbreaks, losing people like friends dying. Sure. I'm not gonna like advocate like you should have your friends die to be a better person. No. But them kind of things are definitely for me some beast. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's I like it, but I definitely not like sad about it still. It's not drive anymore. Right. Like that ex who did me dirty. I don't think oh man, I'm gonna go run some miles. Yeah. No, right now, cadence is the fuel. This very second, the fuel could be anything. It's all kind of gases coming in. But no matter what it is, I'm going to just accelerate. Gotcha. So right now, cadence is like a big form of fuel. Big time. Oh, yeah, expansive fuel.
Yeah. No, I love that. But, Michael Jordan's, famous for saying he would create conflict. He made up stories about a player on another team supposedly said something about him. He's making the story up. But he said that he would envision it, he would believe it, and he would treat the person like that, even when he was interacting with them, until the game or whatever it was that he was doing was over, because he had to have the war in to get involved to the level he wanted to go. And I understand that, I understand the concept, but that's a whole thing. But I mean, it sounds to me like you kind of go from this place to this place to this place. You're grabbing your motivation as you go.
Yeah, I mean, and then when nothing's going on, I'm just so disciplined. I continue working hard.
Discipline's the key. Yeah, because motivation comes and goes.
Yeah, discipline. I don't even really believe in it. Almost it's discipline. Yeah. So yeah, when that's all gone and the fire's gone, I just gotta rely on what I've done every day. Just improve every day, like in the gym, the office, etc. Family, things like that. Every day I gotta excel forward.
It's good. So now you mentioned that you found these guys. These guys found you, and you got a mic and you got a camera. So give me that story a little bit. You can give me the cliff notes, but you tell me how that happens, because it seems like chance. It just seems like you guys bumping. The way you say it, it's like we bumped in each other and we threw a camera and here we are.
That's literally how So I had a girl I was with 2022 for like 4 or 5 months. We split up. I was depressed. On the way to break up, my car broke down. I lost my car. Gym I was going to with her gone. I was broke. No cell phone. I just lost a bunch at once.
So you were down.
Oh yeah, super down. And then let me see what happened. I was depressed for like a few days.
You tell a story that you were like almost over like living.
Yeah.
That's where you were at. Because I mean, people need to hear that because there's people out there listening to this right now that are in that spot.
Okay, you're right.
I need to know that.
Okay, so the 22nd of December that happened, we broke up. 23rd, I was gonna, no, 24th, I was really thinking about it. And then my boy Cody, who passed away last August, a year ago from August, he called me on Christmas Eve and said, "What you doing for Christmas, bro?" I was like, "Nothing. I'll be home." "No, I'm gonna pick you up. You gonna chill with my family." Random.
Wow.
Died 9 months later. Seriously. But he called me and I was just bawling on the phone. I was like, "Bro, you just saved my fucking life."
Wow.
And then next day I'm waiting for him to come up. I'm like, is he gonna pull up? And he pulled up and he came up in the car, went to his mama's house. They gave me a bunch of food. And then we went to his house, unboxed the presents with his kids and his nephews and nieces. And we played a bunch of games that day. He took me home that night. That was Christmas Day.
Man.
2022. And damn, I'm about to cry. And he ended up passing away August. One of my best friends.
Wow.
Yeah, so
he saved your life.
He said he did. He sure did. Cody Carter.
Yeah, that's good.
That was his name. So and he was gonna get married 2 months after he died.
Wow.
Like he died August, he's gonna get married in October. Yeah. So it was bad. Like his fiance was bad. He had a kid about 6, 7 years old. CJ. Yeah. But that night though, he did stop that attempt. And after he brought me home that night, I'm thinking to myself, I gotta write out every problem I have on paper and like solve them. And if I solve these problems, I can probably get ahead more in life. And I did them. So I took out some loans to buy some things because I didn't have no money. But I got to get the things to make more money to pay the loans back. So I did that. And then I bumped into my neighbor. That was Leo. "Hey man, you want to go to the gym? You want the new gym up there to build up the street?" I was like, "Yeah, I actually do because I ain't got no car no more and I ain't no gym." He's like, "All right, I go to the gym at 5 in the morning." 5 a.m. I was like, "All right, I'll go to the gym at 5 a.m. So, did that for about a week. 5 a.m. gym sessions. And then Gus, he moved here like a week later from Colorado. I'm going to Leo's car about 4:30 in the morning to go to the gym. And Gus is in the middle of the road, like walking to his car, like literally he's walking in the middle of the road. And I was walking to Leo's car. I was like, "Hey, what's your name, bro?" Random. And he was like, "I'm Gus." I was like, "I'm Mugzy. Good to meet you." "But you with Leo?" He was like, "Yeah." "Oh, hell yeah, man. Let's go. You going to the gym?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm going." I was like, "All right, man. Hell yeah, let's do it." Random as hell.
Wow.
And then we went to the gym and we got to know each other a little bit. He was like, "Man, we got to get this little company rolling. You got to get some videos out." He told me a lot of idea they had and all that. I'm like, "All right, bet. What I got to do?" "I got these mics here and you're a tripod. You got a cell phone?" I said, "I got a cell phone." I said, "Bet. Go to the gym and just make videos best you can and try to just help our marketing company." They had a marketing agency.
Okay.
"So just try to get your name out." I was like, "All right." So I literally got to the gym, recorded 3 hours in the morning, and I would edit, drop, eat, go back at night, about 5, 6, 7 p.m. And for three more hours. And then edit that at night, have it ready for the next day, and just repeat that every day. And Gus and Leo would always be bugging because I would like go in the morning, go to their house and edit all day. I'll go again. I'm like, "Where you going?" I'm like, "Going to the gym." Like, "Why?" "You just went for like 3 or 4 hours." I was like, "Yeah, but if I don't go, I won't get that hit. I'm gonna miss that hit." Like, it's a day group in the gym and a night group in the gym.
Yeah.
It's 2 separate people, like or groups of people.
Yep.
I gotta get all the people, but the best admiration I can get. So I went back, and they was like bugging, like, "Why are you going back every day?" And it ended up paying off. Like I got 100K followers in 61 days.
Wow.
So I was putting out so much content.
Because that was the key? Was just content and interaction?
With the interactions, I knew. So this is an interesting part of the story.
Okay.
I'm gonna reverse a little bit.
Sure.
Very interesting. So before the breakup at the other gym, this is Overland Park Genesis. I'm at the other gym with the girl I was with who broke my heart. I wanted to be an extrovert so bad, so I met everybody. I met every human in the gym over the course of years. I was the famous guy in the gym.
Okay.
Literally, and it's a big gym. Everyone knew my name. And then when we broke up, that girl, I switched gyms. I was like, "Man, how am I gonna restart that?" And then Leo and Gus, like the video I did, I'm like, "Hold up, well, if I can redo what I did back in Overland Park at this gym, I can get better interactions on camera because people know who I am, and I'll get more because everyone know who I am." So I will meet a minimum of a person a day, a minimum, which is more like 5 or 6. I'm meeting a lot of people.
Sure.
I would help with their plates. I would help they drop their cup. Anything to get somebody to talk to them right quick. And
you're filming constantly. Yeah.
The whole time. And then the interactions got better. People knew me more. I would do walk-in videos. I would just greet everybody. The whole gym knew who I was. And interactions got better and better and better. And I got better at speaking. I got better at like the English language, literature, and speaking better, just kind of articulate myself better tonality, melody. And we just got a big number like that. But I knew I had to recreate what I did in the old gym in the new gym because the human interaction had to be good.
Yeah.
And they had to know me for it to be great. So I knew if I did that, it worked flawlessly. Like I had to just meet people all day, just like a social meter of a 10,000 up to the roof. And it absolutely worked. It increased my chances of having people hold the camera for me.
Yeah, for sure.
So I would just ask anybody, yeah, I got you. They'll follow me anywhere. Anytime I needed it.
Wow.
And it just, I knew that was a long-term plan, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it worked flawlessly. I'm like, man, that was just genius move.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't willing to do that.
No.
And that's the thing, I talk to my son, talk to other people, and they're like, oh, I'd love to do, social media. I'd love to do this or whatever. But the reality is they're not willing to do that.
Bro, I had no job, no money.
You're just hustling.
Yeah, nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Zero. I lost everything. So what else? I'm gonna lose what? 200 followers I just gained? I had 150, 200 followers. Very little followers.
So yeah, 150, 200 followers, and you grew it to, as you said, 100,000 in 61 days.
Yep, exactly. 61.
So in the value that you're creating, what the videos are they're just interaction videos?
Yeah, literally just a bunch of some of them went viral, some didn't. That was it. I just figured out what worked, what interactions worked, what people that humans like the most in the gym. Like it was girls I would talk to that my fans just like more.
Yeah.
And give them videos more likes. I'm like, let me talk. I gotta get them on camera more. I gotta come in the evening every day to make sure I get this girl on camera. I had like a plan. There were people who just gave me views, and they liked it. People like attention, so I let them. Sure. I let them come back, and now I got the standard. So I'm like, look, you can't just hop in my fucking frame. You feel like it. I got standards in my contract. But at the time, I'm like, bro, come on in.
Yeah.
Like just kind of like a Joe Rogan podcast. Like anybody come on.
Right.
Until I get the big, you know what I'm saying? So like anybody go. So that's how it was.
Gotcha.
And it worked. It was beautiful.
So you're doing the gym content.
Yep.
Then how does that transition over to now introducing the wrestling, those types of things?
So that's a good question too. So I had another girlfriend I was with, and we split up from that gym. And in my head, I got to switch gyms. But I was like, let me think straight now, because now I know how to do it. I know I got more knowledge. So what can I do to help market myself? Chiefs Fit just opened a gym, which the Chiefs, KC Chiefs.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on, if I can work what's already in people's minds. So the Chiefs are a huge influence in the world.
Yeah.
Right. So Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, very influential people. So if I keep that logo on my videos, it may help my algorithm. And then on top of that, they got the roof. I thought the roof is pretty clear on bad weather days, super hot days, nighttime, super early. I can wrestle up there, but I got my knee pads. It's soft enough for me. And that is how I started on the roof. And I knew having the Chiefs, having their influence kind of push the numbers up, and wrestling that was a nice view. It was a brand new gym. So I knew that would help. And that also, because like I said, it's all psychology. Yeah. I knew, like, psychologically, Chiefs hold a lot of people under power.
For sure.
People get drunk and beat their wives. People beat friends.
It's terrible, but yes.
Break TVs, all for Pat Mahomes dropping the ball.
Right.
Or fumbling or something. Some BS.
Yep.
Stupid. I'm like, that's a large amount of influence. I should take power of that. And it worked.
I like that, man. And what's interesting is I was looking at gyms locally yesterday, they have, that's a like a franchise type thing. They have Cleveland Fit here, so you should jump on. They got the rooftop. They got the Browns. Yeah, so I think that might be a video.
Damn. Yeah. Okay, Sunday might be a move on Sunday.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. So I kind of see this coming together, and I see you, how you do it. But going back to the wrestling thing, because I think that there's some value here that I really want to kind of pull out, in the sense that you have found a way to be marketable and profitable and relevant in this space of wrestling, but also business. I see wrestling struggling to get the numbers that you're getting.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about it is you're a 3-year varsity wrestler, 2-year varsity wrestler, maybe. So 2-year varsity wrestler that by own omission didn't really figure it out until you were done actually competing in wrestling.
Yep.
Why is wrestling struggling to do what you've done so shortly? And not just wrestling, but let's just talk about wrestling, but people in general are struggling. But why is wrestling having such an issue here? I have my opinions, but I'd like to know what you think.
That's interesting. Why is wrestling struggling? It's as simple as when you, so we live in a world of convenience, right? So we got short form content now. We get information way quicker. So with that being said, we got to give it quicker.
Sure.
Right. So when we waste time in these videos with the boring part, or say, like, for example, BJJ, the going pulling guard, booty scooting crap, it just take away all the value from the sport.
Okay.
It's boring. Tie-ups look fairly boring to someone who doesn't know what wrestling is.
Yeah.
It does. Like, even I was like, what the hell are they doing?
Right.
How's that hard? They don't seem hard.
Right.
I thought that. So we're not exposing the electricity, the fun part, the funkiness of the sport. There are people who make it funky, make it fun, like Nashawn Garrett, K. Brock.
Sure.
K. Brock is one of my favorite. He's so funky. He make it look so interesting. That's what wrestlers who record it and document it, they don't document the fun part. They just show people the boring part.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. It's literally all the, like, I know I'm like taking over in this marketing game right now with wrestling. There's no secret to why I'm doing it. It's not like a secret formula. It's as simple as exposing what's exciting.
Yeah.
That's literally it. Like, if I see a double F from Jordan, I want to see that right up front.
Yeah, I get that. I'm going to give you my extra water here because I know you're probably thirsty, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're good.
Thank you so much.
No worries. I get exactly what you're saying there. But the interesting thing, and I want to say this, and I hope you take it as full respect. But I will watch you. I did watch you. You came into the World Trials. Okay? That's where we first met face to face. And you got fans rolling up, kids asking for autographs and photos.
Yep.
You have more of a line to talk to you than everybody other than Jordan Burroughs.
Yeah.
Value is either perceived or actual, right? Why are they drawn to you? Is it you? What is it?
That's a great question. There are influencers. I hate the word influencers, but I've seen a lot of them, 500K plus. Sorry. And on camera, all they do is like hype videos, lifting videos, just bare wrestling videos. They're not talking to anybody. I built this brand off of meeting people and being very approachable. That's why it's easy to approach me. I already showed everybody that I am easily approachable.
That's right.
A lot of these wrestlers want to be a badass and wrestle and go home, and that's it.
Right.
And no one likes them. No one. We look up to them because of their skill set, but as of a human, we don't know. We don't. It's 50-50.
Yeah, it's a flip of a coin.
They're gonna be super nice. Like we literally saw Austin DeSanto and Brands. I was like, bro, I don't know if he's gonna be an asshole if I say what's up to him, or he gonna be. I just didn't know, so I didn't do nothing. So this kind of removed a fan from his line. Right. So in my case, I'm gonna say what's up. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna put my ball down. I'm gonna put my bag down. If I'm sitting, I'm gonna stand up, shake your hand. That's just how I was raised, and they know I'm gonna do that. That's why it's easy to approach me because I show it. I expose the exciting part of me, like who I actually am.
Yeah.
And doing that recording shit all day in the gym was really how that started. Like, I built the brand off of meeting people, not off of wrestling.
Yeah, no. That's really good because I think if we look at Jordan on the other side, because there's a lot of great champions. You know, I mean, some of the greatest champions I can think of maybe don't have the presence that Jordan has, but Jordan is known as the people's champ. Meaning I've watched that man. I've been in the arena with him when everything's closed. He's worn out. He's done. He's tired. He's did his thing, and he stands and hugs and talks to the very last person with the same energy he did the first.
Yep.
And I think that that's why Jordan is Jordan, I mean, I get to see behind the veil a bit and see how great of a person is, but I think that's what everybody knows about him is that he's bigger than the sport.
Yeah.
I think that that's what you're tapping into is that again, you go into this arena and you have all these champions and stuff like that, but those people aren't as approachable as you. And I think that that is true. And I think that that might be the problem I see with wrestling is that it's almost treated like a secret members only club.
Man, that's exactly like they take it so seriously and forget they disregard who look up to them, the kids. Like I saw David Taylor, I ain't talked to him. I was like, David, I don't know if you're gonna say what's up to me or not.
Sure.
At this point, I don't know if people hate me. Like I can't tell you if he hate me or not. He can hate my platform, love my platform. I don't know. But either way, I don't know if he's a nice guy on camera. I don't know. He don't expose that side of him.
Yeah.
So why would I approach him?
Yeah.
If he hasn't exposed it. So where with me, you know, Mugzy, he wrestled with these kids on camera. He showing you how to coach, Go say hey. He'll say hey back. I promise you will. I do every time.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't tell with David. You know, you just don't know.
Yeah, no, that's huge. And I think that is probably the problem. Well, I don't think probably it is the problem that we have. And we have to overcome that because there's some incredible people. And I've got the chance, a lot of the people are sitting in that couch and I get to kind of help them tell their story or it be a platform where they can tell their story. And I'm like, tell the world that. Like, please tell the world that, you know, and it's like, we're cool. We're sitting in here and doing this, but like the world needs to know that. Like, and they're like, you think? I'm like, bro, yes. Come on, you are a champion. You'd be so surprised of the elite amount of like champions I've sat here or I've talked to off camera that they only think about wrestling. They don't see themselves the way we do. They don't look at themselves and go, I'm this. They just go, I wrestle. I'm like, no, you are incredible. You're doing what literally almost nobody else can do.
Nobody.
Tell your story.
Yes. If we do not have, if we're not, look, I'm vocal alongside the craft of wrestling. That's why I'm able to do what I do. Like I always say about McGregor, that's my favorite example ever. He is extremely vocal. He is beautiful at giving off great articulation and making it make sense.
Yes.
And then backing it up.
Yeah.
Incredible. Like I'm gonna do tomorrow.
That's right.
Right. So you have to be vocal alongside this craft to give it more value to what you're doing. Like when you speak on it and then do it, you gave the sport itself and yourself more value.
That's right.
By proxy. We got to be more vocal. It's as quite as simple as that. And people can be mad about it for me gaining the attention. Bro, you quiet.
Right.
Closed mouth don't get fed.
That's right.
Y'all ain't getting fed with intentions. Y'all shutting up.
Yeah.
I got to open your mouth a little bit and maybe y'all get what you want. Yeah. But all y'all just being quiet and talking shit about me and then typing it on the phone. You ain't getting it, dog. That's not gonna help you. It's gonna open your mouth a little bit.
It makes no sense to me either because again, you're bringing attention to a sport that is probably, I mean, it's literally one of the lowest recognized sports.
It is. Sure
you know,
is.
like Jordan has transcended it to a certain degree because he is in fashion and he's in these other things and stuff like that. But still, our Michael Jordan is pretty well known to us. Yeah. Right? Other wrestlers other than that, for the most part, nobody knows. They can walk anywhere, do anything, and everybody's like, they don't think about it, right? And that's insane to me because these are some of the greatest athletes in the world. People like you are bringing attention to this space, and I'm all for it. So the fact that anybody would be given any kind of hate is beyond me. You said you've experienced some of that?
Yeah, at the World Team Trials, Okie State. You know, David Taylor followed me after that video I dropped about that. Really? Yeah, he did. He ain't say nothing to me at all about it, but he followed me. But Okie State did throw some shade. I know I seen I don't want to say names. I don't want to be that guy. No, I almost did because there's two people I really want to say because they need to be like called out a little bit because for them to like represent the sport, represent David Taylor, they need to get checked for that. Right,
and I know the Taylors are good people, you know, and that's the thing is I'm glad that David did follow you, like his wife, his family, they're all incredible people. I think a lot of wrestlers are very shy and backward and awkward. Yeah. There's a lot of awkwardness there. So sometimes I wonder maybe like they ain't giving off that vibe, but they're throwing hate towards you makes no sense to me.
No, they represent him. They represent the sport. They represent his program. Right. So they're making him look bad, and I'm making them look good. Yeah. So, I mean, if they were to come to me, like say David or say Thomas, shaking me, I'm like, bro, you got to check your team.
Yeah.
They making y'all look bad.
Well, just if you would have came, say they came to you and said this, and you would have worked out something where you show up at their facility or you show up whatever, like immediately eyes go more.
Right
I mean, even outside of the sport of wrestling, bunch of eyes. I mean, almost 800,000 eyes to this point of this interview. Going to be over 1 million in no time. That's massive.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass Jordan about a month and a half. I passed Flow Wrestling about a month and a half. I had the biggest wrestling account in the world. The biggest wrestling account in the world, guaranteed next year.
It's incredible. And again, no shade, but 2 varsity letters and a JV.
Yeah,
I love it. I absolutely love that. The narrative is beautiful because it proves it's about you, not the accolades, it's the hustle, it's the truth that you're telling that people are attracted to.
The accolades, and look, granted, them accolades I'll never achieve in my life. Like I'm aware I probably ever be an Olympian, or if I do, in 4 years I probably won't place. I won't be in college. But what I can say is I made this sport more popular than anyone's ever have and anyone ever will do.
Yeah, you've done more for the sport than every Olympian.
Yeah. like it's only like they got 200-300K on Instagram just off of wrestling, not speaking.
Yeah.
Imagine if they open their mouth a little bit.
But that's the problem is they don't have the mouth to open. It's more they're in like I hate to say the word, but and I love wrestling. I love wrestlers, but there is not necessarily people, but there is a persona of being an elitist in our sport. And I just don't vibe with it because this sport is a working man's sport.
Yeah.
You gotta work to be good in this sport.
You do.
And we just need to show our personalities a little more. We need to, if you want paid and you want to be on the level that I think we should be on, let's be a little more creative with who we are.
Yeah. Not to mention like what I'm building, people can hate, but what I'm building, like I said, it's for us.
Yeah.
If they want in, just shoot me a call.
There you go.
DM me.
There you go.
Like Okie State David should just DM me. Like, hey bro, look, I'm sorry for the shade my team threw at you. It's unacceptable. We don't take that here at Okie State. It's not part of my program. Come on, do some content. Let's market.
There you go.
I would do it.
Offers there.
No doubt. But me and my man David coming through. It's nothing. 2-3 day camp. I'll practice with y'all. I'll puke with y'all. I'll bleed with y'all.
Well, yeah. Even that content right there. You got what it takes to be a D1 athlete. Yeah. Show up. Even that. Let's go.
It's nothing. Like if I walk and me and him go in that room, we gonna get $1 million in that room.
Yeah,
that's my guarantee.
Yep.
Like we good at our job. Yeah, very good at our job. And it's for us. There's no reason to hate on it. Everybody can get a piece. Everyone can get a piece.
I like it.
Of the attention. Seriously.
I love that. And you found a way to provide value to a lot of people. And I think that what people resonate with you is your openness and your willingness to interact. I think in our culture, we've almost built these picket fences around ourselves and said, that's your space. This is mine. You stay in your lane. I'll stay in mine. And you from the outside looking in, you are like, let's go. It's an everybody's invited type situations, and all skate, if you will, and I think that that's why you've got tractions, because that's missing in the world,
I like that challenge. I like it. I like marketing. I mean, I'm good at marketing wrestling, but like marketing is all psychology. Yeah. If you can get good at psychology, like control screens, control minds.
That's right.
It's quite literally that simple. It's simple, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
Powerful quote. I love that quote. Because both mean the same, but it's not the same. You know?
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Is your brand, is it exclusively wrestling? What?
No. I mean, I want to venture off into animal content like snakes, gators.
You like that stuff?
I love dangerous animals. Wow. I do. Yeah, so definitely want to venture onto that. I want to stick with like violence. So like hit Muay Thai a little bit. Stick with wrestling a lot more grapplings, helping a lot of these cats who are good at sport, kind of help them boost their account a little bit. Just go live on the camera, whatever, shout them out, whatever. Just traveling around the world and just grappling with the best.
Sure.
Kind of like Destroying, the football guy, the punter. Right. Kind of like him. Yeah. He's doing his thing with all these pro cats and just, just having fun with it. But I want to include animals, like dangerous animals.
Yeah. No, that's good. You're going to go out and you're going to be with one of my boys, and Charles Johnson. He's a great up and coming. I mean, Shane call him up and coming. That dude's on a tear.
No, I just read a report about him today.
He's just brutalizing people, and he's incredible. He's a great human, and he's a great personality.
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot to offer in that world, and that would be cool for you all to hook up for sure.
We hook up next month in St. Louis.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be at that event too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna help him out with him and his event, and it's gonna be a great. Like I said, man, everybody hit me up next. Whoever next is December, whoever hit me for January, February, March.
I love it.
Over and over and over, man. This is for everyone.
Yeah,
I can help anybody.
Yeah, and we do have. I don't want to shut it down like wrestling doesn't have. I mean, we got people like Reese Humphrey. That dude's incredible. Yeah. That dude's incredible.
I love talking to him. We met twice, 2-3 times.
Yeah, he's a real life ninja. That dude can do anything.
I love him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I love him.
So I got some just little questions as we kind of close down a little bit. It might take a little bit to get through this, but I want to ask you some of these things because these are important questions. When it comes to wrestling, what has wrestling taught you?
Oh, never to quit, which is huge. Because I very rarely quit like anything because of that story I told you about the team.
Yep.
I don't quit often because of that. Pain. Like I would like I knew about it. So being from the South and going through all that trauma and pain, getting my ass beat, school and in my household, and then bringing it to wrestling. But then after that, getting my hand raised, I'm like, okay, there's good to pain.
Yeah.
So that's the lesson wrestling taught me. Like there's a good side to pain. They can bless you, and it has very much. I think been the biggest 2 lessons I think is never quitting, and pain does have a good side.
I like that for sure. One of my questions is, and I believe this to be true, but I was curious about you, and it kind of hit it on there for just a bit there. But I believe that excellence and anything that's good is always birthed out of pain and struggle. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I do. Bro, I've been through some shit. I ain't even done telling you stuff. I don't speak about everything. No, even the suicide attempts, even them kind of made me a little more. Like I just don't.
But there's power in your testimony for sure.
Yeah, like pain is just a very good thing to me. Like that's all I know. And after the first half of it, not anything good coming out of it, and the second half, it's all good. I'm like, man, it's all I know. It's all I really want. So I love it. I'm always going to testify for it. For pain, I'm going to definitely vouch for it. I got pains back.
Yeah, yeah. Do you feel like that is coming from a healthy place?
No. Nope. It's not. I'll admit that. I take accountability on that. It's not from a healthy place. It's not healthy to want to destroy your body and like acknowledge that it's destroying your body. But that's all I know. Like you said, I mean, like I'm just a good person trying to be a little bad. I feel like, and it's not healthy. But if I can change the world and do good for the world as good as I'm doing, and be best at something in the world with the drive of pain, so be it. 'Cause I'm gonna keep it around.
Yeah.
Not healthy though.
No, I get that, and I agree with you that struggle and pain is a good thing. I think comfort's actually the enemy in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it is.
But I ask you about that, rather being coming from a good place, is because a lot of times we, especially as men, we will lean into physical pain to avoid the emotional pain, the trauma within.
Sure do.
And so when I'm working with people and coaching my side of things, it's more about mindset and correcting the heart. It is figuring that out without losing the ability to be tough and strong and a man, right? But a lot of times when we pull from that place where it is literally we're trying to physically feel something where we don't have to take this on, we lose ourselves in this. And we become a shell of a person. We can't connect to people because that emotional side it's all one, right?
Yeah.
So I can't have a good relationship with a lady. I can't, being a father's out of the question, engaged, because all that is one. So until I undo that knot, I'm stuck. And so that's why I encourage people to say, keep your edge, but undo the knot.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah,
that was very valuable. Actually, yeah. Damn, I fucked up a little bit. After you saying that, I realized I just took some L's. I should take some accountability on after you saying that.
Hey,
yeah, just internally.
Sure.
Yeah,
and that's part of it, right?
Yeah,
I think it's a big part of it. I think accountability is the key to everything.
Yeah.
I want it all to be my fault. Why? Because I can fix it then. If it's somebody, if I blame, hey, that's Mugsy's fault. He did this to me. I no longer have the power. You have all the power. Blame me. Well, yeah, but he did this to you. Nope, I chose to be in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
It's my fault.
That's how you heal.
That's right.
Accountability.
That's right.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Wow. Good words from Anton.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Couple questions, a little deeper questions here, but what does truly living mean to you?
Living?
Yeah.
I want to advocate for pain again.
That's okay.
Living to me, I don't know. Like, to be honest, I don't know yet. Because I've been surviving up until 6 months ago.
So you've been surviving, you haven't been living? No. That's huge.
Just got a lady. We've been on trip for a long time, but for like 5 months together, not 5, 6 months. And we just not getting some money and traveling the world a little bit. This like I can count on my hands how many flights I've been in my life. Wow. Like I ain't been doing none of this. I'm really from the dirt, so I don't know what living is yet. I really don't. Yeah. Only because we just kind of getting started. Like, I know this success came quick, granted, but it's because my work ethic is just higher than the average human. So, but as for living, I'm not quite sure because I'm still in survival mode. Like we make money, I don't even spend money.
Right.
I'm been down to Amazon, free, H&M, TJ Maxx, Walmart, Pearsons. Like I don't do nothing. Yeah. So I'm not quite sure what it is yet. Yeah. But all I can say is just work till you get there. Work till you realize what living is. Because surviving ain't it. I try to survive, and I'm telling you right now, trying to survive and still getting evictions and still getting repos, that is not. Oh, that's beyond survival. Sure. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's
horrible.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that you're figuring it out. I think that's a great answer.
It's the best I got.
Yeah. The truth of things are, and you know, if you guys get this lady in your life and things, everything that you have and need is in you. Yeah. But you gotta, and we know the power of manifesting and doing these things and belief, but you got to be able to pull the love that you want to give a young lady out of yourself. You can't give her what you don't have. So you need to find the love within you for yourself first. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he sound like my camera guy, David. He been married for 12 long years.
Yeah, I just celebrated 25.
Congratulations, man. Yeah. You know, that's rare. And he 28.
Yeah, that's
a long time.
That's big, my man.
I know, he always talking about that. Yeah. So, and it's hard for me to get because I ain't had no daddy.
Yeah, you're learning this.
A lot of that love is not, it wasn't even there. Right. Like she just showing me kind of what it is. I'm like, quit rubbing my feet. Quit rubbing my, this don't make no sense. I'm just trying to I'm taking it for granted a lot of times. And he'll check me like, bro, she's mean good. I'm telling you, like, you will never get that. You won't know what it is. Yeah. You're not familiar with it. You're just familiar with the pain. You invite that, but you pushing away what you really need. Yeah, yeah. He was telling me that. Yeah. So that's crazy. That's you say that. It's crazy.
Hey, so wow. We're telling you something that's being told to us. So yeah, listen up.
Y'all got more skin in the game in regards to relationships than me. Yeah, yeah. Both of y'all do.
Okay, well, I'll let you off the seat for a second from that one, but this one you'll like. This one is safety safe.
Is safety safe? No.
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 Because I think everybody leans into safety, but I don't think it's safe. I think it's very unsafe.
Safety implies you got to follow. I hate following. He'll tell you too. I hate it. Even in traffic, I hate following. I'll go in the other lane and find my way and take the risk, and I'll end up getting in the front. Yeah. But I take the risk because I don't follow. Yeah. And fuck the safety. I'll take the risk. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. No, I don't like that.
That's where it's got you here, though.
Am I right though? Like doing imply followers.
You're right. No, I agree.
I hate it. Yeah, I don't like it. No. I hate followers.
I like that. Then I guess going on to that, what makes a good leader?
Oh man, what makes a good leader? Definitely being the stoicism. Being vocal. So using your mouth like these wrestlers who want to be on top, but they ain't talking, right? So that, I mean, you got to be vocal. What you say, mean what you say what you mean. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't really know much about that either because I'm still kind of
You're learning.
We got a team here.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, we got a team. Like I'm leading the marketing, Gus leading the sales.
Yeah.
He leading the tech.
Yeah.
We got 3 leaders here. I don't really, and we vibe right.
No, that's good.
We just bosses. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I ain't the boss of one thing alone.
Sure. You know? That's huge. I think that's a big lesson right there, is that you can only go so far by yourself and go a lot further with other people.
That was yeah, see, look, perfect.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh,
that's
yeah.
Good.
But I got to get to that stage. Like I'm so young.
Yeah.
I'm young. Like I want to give you these incredible answers, deep answers. But I'm still figuring things out. Yeah. I'm doing great things at such a young age.
I think that that's such a good thing, though. I'm glad you're saying that, because I got a son that's 22, and he feels like he has to be so much further along than he is, right? And you just sit there and go, you're going to be passing 1 million followers, and you're doing this for a living, and you figured something out, and you're going, I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to have it all figured out. I'm just willing to put in the work, whatever it is. That's a huge lesson.
Yeah.
It's good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's awesome. I think I know the answer to this one. What's your favorite wrestling move?
Lat drop.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say lat drop or ankle pick. This was my
definitely lat drop.
Yeah, it's a beautiful move.
It's ankle pick is much more easily telegraphed than granted, a lat drop you can absolutely see it coming. It's more so, can you stop it?
Yeah,
we all know double leg is Jordan. We all know that. Can you stop the double? It's such a basic move to learn in wrestling.
Yeah.
But we set it up right. It's impossible. See, my lat drop is my favorite move.
That's good.
Love it.
It's a great move.
It's foot to back. It hurts.
Yeah, it looks great.
And it looked great, and it's effortless, and the leverage right.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love the lat drop as well. And my claim to fame is my son-in-law wrestles for the University of Nebraska, and he was I was coaching. I coach in the area that he grew up in, not his coach, but I was at one of the practices for his school. And I think he was at incoming freshman, but he was, the big prospect, blue chip, the kid only took, I think, 2 losses in his whole high school career. And he's a stud. And he wrestling me, this old man, and he, big, powerful guy. I think I lat dropped him like 5 times that night. And dude, his dad was there and wanted to fight me afterwards. And I was just telling him, I was like, his son out, he's a man, right? But his dad is a man too, scared me to death. But I'm like, listen, I'm doing this because he keeps pushing into me. I can't do that if he's not doing this. And I go, I guarantee this, I'll never be able to do it again because of what we just did. And he was, and guess what? Never ever could do it again, and never knew he was gonna be my future son-in-law. But don't bring that up from time to time. Big 10 champ can still get lat dropped.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah. But I love the lat drop.
That's a big guy.
He's a big guy. Yeah, he's
a good.
Great human.
He looks really good.
Great human. Yeah. Okay, so if you're speaking to young people out there and you do this from all the time, what advice are you giving them about life, about wrestling? What are you telling young people?
Keep showing up. I get that question a lot in my DMs. Like, quit asking me that. Quit showing. You got to keep showing up.
That's right.
I'm gonna be a coach right quick. I'm just be a little irritated. Like, that's just an irritating question. Like, if you're gonna ask me what do I do to get better, how do I get better? Any tips to getting better? Show the hell up and quit asking me that stupid question. I'm sorry. I love all y'all. Hell no. There's no exceptions. You show up and get better every day. That's how it is. That's how it works. That's not a question to ask a coach. How do I get better? You keep showing up.
That's good.
That's first thing first, and then from there, that's it. That's life. Keep showing up. Everything,
dude. That's it, right?
That's it. Keep showing up.
Yeah. And my whole idea for doing this show was I believe the blueprint to being successful can be written in any realm, but wrestling in combat sports writes the cheat code to life. So how you're good at wrestling or successful here is how you're going to be successful in any other area of your life you want. Show up.
That's how I did it.
Be disciplined.
Yeah.
Do what others won't. Be accountable.
Literally.
That's how you blow up.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Cliche, like I know we hear it a lot,
but it's the truth.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it seems simple. Try doing it.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder than it seems.
It's quite literally what we got to do. That's how you get better. You show up to practice every single day and don't stop showing up. The day you stop showing up, you stop getting better.
That's right.
That's quite literally it.
Yeah. That's good stuff. So another wrestling question. Who's your Mount Rushmore of wrestlers?
So there are 4 people? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Definitely. I'm a big K Brock fan. I'm sorry. I don't know. People don't talk about him enough. He is a super funky. I love that guy. I love K Brock. I love the Sean Garrett style.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really do. He just like a quick one of them quick spiders that when you see it, you touch and just go quick. That's how I love his style of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big let me see. I'm gonna say two more people. I watch a lot of lately Caden.
Mm-hmm.
Watch a lot of Caden lately. He on my Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna chop him off in a little bit and replace his face. Yeah, I'll figure out that replacement here in a little while.
Let's go.
And then number 4, I think I'm a more funky cat. Like I like them funky guys.
Mm-hmm.
I say DeSanto, only because even when he lose, people still don't forget his name.
That's right.
They just can't forget him. Like I also asked RBY, his girl stays in my city. He be up there time to time. I asked him, bro, who is your hardest match? He said, bro, Austin. He said, even if I beat him, I don't care. I was like, no way. Because David was cutting his hair in the barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him that, and he said, yeah, just his grip.
Oh,
Like
wow.
he said, I just can't. I never had a guy where I beat him and I still talk about him. RBY told me that. I was like, damn. So
That's
yeah,
big.
he's definitely my Mount Rushmore, only because he's that good.
That's awesome.
And his work ethic. I watched his documentary with him and Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
Watched it like 20 times, bro. Austin is definitely somebody I look up to for the mind frame. Even though he does not speak, he barely take pictures. Like he sat by himself over in the corner most of the World Team Trials. He didn't talk to nobody, barely anybody. Him and Brands, but his mind frame is just something. I don't know, something about him.
Yeah,
something about him.
that's a good one.
It.
I like it. I always like that same question because everybody comes from a different angle with it.
I know. What was the most interesting angle somebody came at you with that? If you remember off the dome, I'm just curious.
I'm trying to think. I mean, it's interesting because a couple of people put up like some of their coaches that they had, and that's because it was a personal thing to them. And then obviously you get all the normals, which is Jordan Burroughs, you know, and those types. But I think yours has a lot more personal touch on it because there's a reason. Even though they weren't maybe world champs or whatever, there's a reason why they're on your list, and I like that.
Yeah, Cade and Austin definitely stick out to me.
Yeah,
Cade Brock was so unique in high school. Oh my God, him and Nathan Marcello had a big feud. I think at one point. Yeah, so he's just so funky, and then Austin's just like unforgettable, and just his work ethic is next to none.
Yeah,
it's just a menace.
Yeah,
big menace of the sport. He loves screaming in your face. He like talking shit.
Yeah.
That's definitely my style.
I love that too. I always gravitate towards the wrestler. Maybe they don't always win, but if they show up on the bracket, everybody hates that draw. They're a bad draw for anyone.
Yeah.
That's my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, yeah. I've been told that everybody who wrestling that I asked. Same thing. Love that guy.
That's good. So if I'm writing a book, Fighting for Success, and I have the chapter Mugzy BullJunk, what does it say about, what do you say in there? How do you tell people to be successful? What is success to you?
I'm going to always lean towards pain. I can't stop leaning towards.
Sure. No, yeah. I think it's fine.
I don't think it's fine. I don't, but...
Coming from a good place, it could be fine. But I know what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah, because I hate saying that because I don't all the way agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But from just off of what I've always acted on, it was usually painful, and the outcome, the back end was usually pleasurable.
Mm.
So that's how that works. So how to be successful? Just the most exceptional people on earth have lost a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like advocating to live in a bad area, and that's what it seemed like I'm trying to say. If you come from good cloth, put yourself through trial and tribulation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the best I got.
Mm.
Like, go through that war. If you want peace, prepare for war.
That's
Si vis pacem para bellum. I love that quote.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta go through a war. You gotta, no matter where you come from.
Yeah.
But if you're from the dirt though, it's a given.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of got a head start to the pain.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it's a given to be dealt in cause of poverty.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're already there.
Yeah, I like that. So that couch has became the the place where champions and other people sit and tell their story. I would like to know if you know some names that you would like to see sitting on that couch, telling their story. Some people are influential in your life. Some people you look up to. Some people you think just have a good story.
Like wrestlers or just anybody?
It didn't matter. It could be people that are wrestler, combat sports, or just people in general.
One of my favorite. You know what documentary I watch at least like 4 times a month? Both of them is the McGregor one. I watch this documentary a lot, and like I know him word for word now, 100%. And I got on SoundCloud all these like fucking made up remixes of his voices and like motivation. I got maybe 20 of them.
Wow.
On the top of my SoundCloud. I'm a big fan of him. His mind frame is everything for me.
Oh, sure.
I would love to have him in this chair.
Yeah. I would too.
That'd be tough.
Let's make that happen.
I can make it happen.
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna meet him.
Yeah,
I know I'm gonna meet him. Mark my words. We're gonna grapple. Mark my words. And man, that would be such a privilege to kind of get another look on it. If you ask him different questions and frame him different, he can answer different. Because he's done a billion interviews.
Yeah.
He got a lot of motivation out in the world. Like full access for free.
Sure.
If he had a new set of motivation, I would be right on it.
Yeah. I think that's what I like about our platform is that we don't want to know the story everybody's told. We want to know your story.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, McGregor will be the one.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And you can think as you send them my way. If you hear a story out there, you got somebody that pushed you in the right way, or you're in a clinic and you hear a glimpse of something, let them know. They need to tell their story, because that our testimony is one of the most powerful things we have on this planet, and a lot of people keep it hidden.
Very true.
So I just at the end of the podcast, I kind of like to tell people I'm a praying man and a believing man. And I like to tell people kind of what God has put on my heart about them. And if you don't mind, I'd like to share with you. I got to know you, and people that don't know, I'm a part of what you do, your academy and your coaching, because I have seen value in what you've been able to do in a market that I almost feel like is you almost can't break into it, because it is so sheltered and pushed. It pushes everybody out. And I've seen you make an impact there, and that's why I jumped in and said, hey, I want to see what this guy's doing, and then the personality behind it I agree with, and I like who you are, and as I prayed and thought about you as a man, I always ask God, give me a character from the Bible that this man aligns with. And what kept popping up with you as I was in my heart was Peter. And as I don't know if you know the story of Peter, but this man had an interesting relationship with God. He was someone that was in and out of trouble. He seemed to want to do things his way, that brought him a lot of pain and a lot of suffering, but which in return brought him back to salvation in his identity. And I was praying about this and I was thinking about this, before we even talked, I saw the image whenever Peter jumps in the water and the boat, beats him to the shore, and he's trying to swim up and whatever and meet Jesus. And the reality is he was so eager to get where he's going, he sometimes forgot the fastest way to get there. And God kept going back to this and saying, Mugsy's someone that I've called to great purpose. And if you remember right, it says that in the scriptures, it says that I'll build my church upon the rock. Peter, God is building something on you that he can't build on other people, because of who you are and your willingness to suffer and to learn. But the warning is, don't just suffer, grow, because God's building something bigger than you. And if you keep suffering, it'll end with you. But it's bigger than you, man. You're doing something pretty amazing.
Thank you.
And
so
God
much.
and God's a part of it, and I'm here for it. I'm happy to be a part of what you're doing, and thank you, man, for taking this time. I know you're getting ready for a match, but I appreciate you spending time with me and sitting in the couch, telling your story. Where can people reach you? How can they reach you, and why should they reach out to you?
Mugzy BullJunk with a Z on every platform. And why should they reach out is because everybody can get some. Like everybody who needs that push in their brand, and this is in regards to, say, grapplers. We can go live for a little bit on camera.
Yeah.
Chat you out a little bit. Millions of eyes up front. I could put you out there if you need to be out there. In regards to private help, I can also help with that. But
You have a class, right? You have a course. You have all this stuff.
Yep.
And people can give you all that too, because you're helping people grow their brand as well.
Yes, sir. If you go to my bio, it tell you exactly what to do. You can DM me word grow, and we can just from there start off and see where you at, and from there grow your brand.
I love it.
And look, I grew my brand. Most people who do this brand growth, they grow their brand on how to grow a brand.
Mm-hmm.
They don't grow a brand on another niche.
Right.
No one's ever done that really but me. So I can grow it on something else, and whether we do the same thing.
Yeah.
Mine has more value because I've done on another. Not to mention way harder market.
Yeah.
So I've done. That's what makes it more valuable.
Yeah.
I did it in a way tougher market.
No, I think that's another reason why I was like, man, this dude's doing something, because I do see all the courses of, hey, buy the course. That course made this guy rich, and he'll teach you how to do, and like, oh wait, I'm doing the thing that I'm paying for the thing that I think that's making you the money, so it doesn't make sense. You know, you're doing something completely opposite and saying this is how I do it. That's cool. I like that for sure. Well, brother, again, man, I appreciate you, and final words I would say, man. You are very, very influential, but in a way that supersedes being an influencer.
Appreciate that, man. Right quick, I've been on a handful of podcasts. This is definitely, I've been very chill and I feel welcome here, and I feel very safe here, and very serene in this podcast. Definitely the best questions I've been asked in any podcast.
Appreciate
best
that,
energy from any podcast. He's been with me a couple. He can even see. I know he'll vouch and say the same thing. The setup is the best. The vibe was the best. I had a really good time. It definitely calmed my nerves more about tomorrow. I'm taking it seriously, but I'm starting to see, like, no matter what, I'm showing the world something very incredible, like win or loss. But it won't be a loss.
Yeah.
But and then not to mention, you gave me some value just now. I'm about to go to my lady and give her a big hug and tell her I love her very much, and just kind of tell her I'm grateful for her.
Brother, I appreciate all that. I really
seriously.
do. I really do. And my final closing statement, man, is keep fighting for success, bro.
Hey, man. God bless you, man.
You too, brother.
All right.
Go get it tomorrow.
Let's do it.
All right, man. That's it, bro.
Bro, that was the best. That was the best podcast I've been in my life.
What you just said, I was going to say at the end
I'm
as
gonna
well.
stand up. Hold on, man.
Yeah, come on up, bro.
I'm coming. My slides is off. Come out here, man.
Yeah, give me a hug. Give me some love.
Oh, man.
Oh!
Man, yourself.
Yeah, here you go.
Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
Man, you're doing something for real.
Thanks so much.